Guys, I don't watch TV. Social media is my TV, which is kind of crazy because it's just like, oh, I don't watch TV. How do I know what's going on, what has happened on TV, like in sports? So I saved a video, right? This. You guys seen this? First of all, that tall girl got off balance twice. I say that taller girl, the black girl, got off balance twice by like fingers. It felt like right there. Like, who pushed her right there? Here's another one, right there. Oh, it's the same one. She just like tripped for a second. Honestly, the 25, she kind of laughing, kind of like, what's going on, y'all? Okay, so. Caitlin Clark in the back. Women be women. You know what I'm saying? A tense confrontation unfolded during WNBA game between Sophie Cunningham and DeWanna Bonner. Fourth quarter matchup. Okay, so it was an incident involving Bonner and Caitlin Clark. Then Cunningham stepped in to address the situation. Cunningham held her pointed gesture steadily toward Bonner for approximately 22 seconds while maintaining eye contact. What is this reporting? This is such specific report. Can we get this type of reporting on real shit? Can we please? I need the number of people who have been killed in Palestine. I need that in Gaza. I need those numbers. I don't need to know how many seconds Cunningham points her finger at Bonner. Don't care, but I'm still reading this. So the Fever won 86-77. Cunningham later addressed the moment in post-game comments, describing it as a routine part of competitive play. And then the incident has drawn widespread attention across sports media and social platforms in the day since. Masterclass in how to calmly allow your opponent to dysregulate themselves. It's funny. It says even a coach can't keep a straight face. It's because the whole situation is ridiculous. That's what it is. I don't even like, look at this girl. She's like, what's going on? She get messed up from a finger point, and then that ref is pointing fingers. Everybody pointing fingers. This girl right here, she's like, nobody's pointing here. Okay, this is what Sophie had to say.
My tech was the weakest thing I've ever seen in my life.
Oh my. And they're still going. Now it's Cunningham and Bonner.
I've seen you do crazier shit, and that was a weak double tech on both of you.
Really, DB is the one that did something extra, and then Caitlin got the tech. So I walked out there, and I was literally talking to the ref. I was like this with the ref. I was like, now, Caitlin got one, but why didn't she get one? I was just kind of pointing. And she's like, don't you point at me. And I was like, oh, shouldn't have said that. And I didn't say a word. So stupid. Like, that is the stupidest thing I've ever done.
Probably the number one meme, at least on Twitter this morning.
Everyone's like, that is so dumb. I think it's dumb. But, like, it was pissing her off, and, like, I couldn't help myself.
It is dumb. But, yeah, I mean, she deserved a technical. Her and Bonner both deserve a technical. It's intimidation in a way, and I don't know, I guess, the factors, which I should because I was in basketball, but I was in basketball. That makes me sound legit. I played basketball. But, I mean, yeah, you should get a technical from that. Caitlin got one and the other one didn't because the other... Caitlin got... I spelled that wrong. Caitlin got one and the other one didn't because the other one and the refs have the same skin color. What? I thought both of them got it. Cunningham got a technical foul. Yes, so instigating, similar to what happened to Clark, who was hit with a tech for clapping. Yeah, issued 5 technical fouls between the Fever and Mercury. Okay, Clark and Bonner got tangled near the rim. Caitlin got called for a foul and eventually a technical for clapping. The Fever enforcer continued to point at the Mercury forward to make her angrier, which worked as both players Okay, so both players were issued technical fouls. Alyssa Thomas and Maisha Hines-Allen received a double technical foul as well after getting into it with each other after the same sequence. While Cunningham admitted it was the stupidest thing she had ever done, she still felt that the technical foul was not justified. I think it was. You can't point at someone for 22 seconds instigating and not get a technical foul. Yeah, it is weak, but it's a mind thing. A technical foul isn't just physical. It's also a mental. Cunningham added that she didn't say a word, which is why she thought the technical foul was not really warranted. I don't think a technical foul is like you have to say a word, right? Or you have to do something physical. Like, it's not that at all. What is a technical foul in basketball? It's a penalty for unsportsmanlike conduct or rules infractions that do not involve normal physical contact during play. So it didn't involve normal physical contact during play. It was unsportsmanlike conduct. I feel like there's no argument there. Taunting opponents. I don't know. That's just me, though. Look, I think it is part of competitive play, and I think that's why I never was the best competitor. I just didn't care to, like, elbow people or just, like, flail my arms. There were a few times where I took a charge. Those were, like, legit, though, because I don't, I've been a performer, but not on the court. It's just not me, and it is entertainment. This is, like, a new show name or, like, a catchphrase I'm going to start or something, but I know people are going to think when they hear this and watch this, are going to be like, it's not that deep, Shay, but here's my 2 cents. People coming on here saying, I'm going to start pointing fingers now. I'm going to start saying, oops, shouldn't have said that. It's like, one, be original. You're going to see something on TV, on social media, and then you're just going to start repeating that thing. Now, listen, I watched Talladega Nights, and for years, I would repeat, can't even remember it. I just chugged Mountain Dew, something like that.
Chip, I'm all jacked up on Mountain Dew.
I just flushed your war medals down the toilet.
I threw a bunch of Grandpa Chip's war medals off the bridge.
That sounds like a good day.
Things like that. Okay, that's quoting a movie, but now you're making these catchphrases your entire personality. Oops, shouldn't have said that. I'm not a middle finger gal, but you best believe I'm a pointer from here on out. Okay. So, you don't have to be tagged as an influencer to be an influencer. You can just be someone on social media who people start taking after. And 2, okay, sometimes I make point 1 and I forget to make point 2. But point 2 is, this is a competitive basketball game. You don't got to be doing this type of stuff in real life. You don't. On the court, it's expected. Off the court, it's a little childish. It's a little disrespectful. Like Bonner and Cunningham, they're not humans to each other on the court with the jerseys on, 5-on-5. They're competitors. And so with competitors, there are specific rules, unspoken, that can be followed, right? And then as humans, there are unspoken rules to just not be disrespectful like that. Again, I don't have a problem with her doing it in the game. It's ridiculous. Like I said, I'm not a competitor like that, but if she wants to do it, more power to her. It's like winning is everything, though. In those competitive sports, especially professional, winning is everything. So it's like, I'm going to do whatever I can to win, to get in their head, get in there physically, like whatever it is, I'm going to do it. But in real life, you ain't got to do that. In real life, you ain't competing with people. I think if you have an argument, maybe you have a chat. Maybe you have a discussion, conversation, okay? Don't just be pointing fingers. That's the thing. It's like these people, and it seems like Sophie and Bonner, like they are, I'm sure they're nice people. I don't know. I'm just assuming, like, most people are kind people. That's my belief. But people watch them and then use them as aspirational people. And what they are is aspirational in maybe their abilities and, how far they've gotten and their discipline and whatever it takes to get into the WNBA and be a star player. That's aspirational. But as far as the attitude on the court, it's not really aspirational. It's like that is an enclosed environment where, again, there's those unspoken rules, but then people on the outside don't realize that. They think that what they see online, what they see in a game, how people act, is like, oh, I have permission to act like that now. No, you don't need to do that at all. Just watch this as entertainment, as a movie. I mean, even people see movies and they're like, I have permission to do this thing now. Like, I have permission to just punch somebody out of the blue. I have permission to cuss somebody out. I have permission to be racist, whatever it is. That's why we can't rely on our values and our morals and our character by watching people on social media or TV. Like, there are things I do that probably aren't aspirational, probably people shouldn't, just start doing. I'll say the F word, and I don't want people watching this and being like, because Shay says the F word, I get to say the F word. No, I say it. I'm not perfect. I'm human. But that's why values, morals, character, I think we need to get from God. And how you know God is the relationship that you have with yourself and God. That's how I know God. I know a little bit of the Bible, but not too much. But what I see from these events that are plastered all over, I've seen this so many times. I never watch the WNBA. I work at a restaurant that has TVs of sports on all the time. That's the only time I've watched the NBA. Not because I'm not a fan, it's just maybe I watch NFL on Sunday, Monday. It's entertaining to say the least. But, I never watch, the running back from Miami and that whole thing where he got pulled over and then got dragged out of his car, right? Because he was refusing to give his license or whatever the case was. I don't look at that and I'm like, now I have permission to refuse to give my license to a police officer, to not follow the law. That's not how I look at those things. It's just pure entertainment. They're going to do what they want to do. They can make a fool of themselves if they want. Maybe outside of the competitive sphere, they're different. You be you, girl. I'm not pointing at people everywhere. Gym, work, road rage. See, it's just like, I'm going to do what you did. My entire social media feed is filled with shouldn't have said that. Rage bait queen. I don't want to be a rage bait queen. I just want to do things that are real for me. I don't want to bring the rage out of someone else. How does that benefit me? I mean, in some way it could benefit, them, because maybe they would get ragey, right? And then they would realize, oh, I don't need to react in that way. So maybe there is a lesson in there. But I don't want to be the source of someone's rage if I can help it. Again, this is a competitive sphere, so it helps Sophie to get someone else ragey. But in life, how does that, okay, you win an argument, what? Okay, Sophie's looking to win a game. There is an end goal, but what is the end goal for someone just doing it out in life? The level of petty I inspire to be. Yeah, again, I'm not trying to preach here, but where does it say anywhere in any book that is a good foundation of morals and values that one should aspire, and that's aspire right there, should be, you aspire to be petty? I've just never wanted that. It's not how I value myself. Oh, I'm the pettiest bitch there is. Okay, what good does that? It gives you an inflated ego. Okay. Again, I'm not hating on Sophie for doing it. It is an enclosed environment, competitive environment. Do what you got to do to win the game. Okay, but I'm not aspiring to rage bait someone or to be petty in real life where there is no end game for that. America's new sweetheart, as far as I'm concerned. What is this? What is sweetheart to you? What does that mean? Because sweetheart is kind and nice, and now our heroes are petty. I'm going to say this the last time. I'm not saying Sophie is not someone who can be looked at as aspirational or a good character or whatever outside of the basketball court. She can do whatever she wants inside, okay? But America's sweetheart, I just don't. What are the qualifications for America's sweetheart? I don't think petty is being one of them. And I do think, competitively, it is pretty badass for her to just kind of stand her ground like that. and it's not violent. It's just one gesture and not a bad gesture. It's hysterical, hilarious. Team Sophie, she is the queen. I love Sophie. She's such a badass. Fucking legend. It was genius. This is the best thing, like I saw from someone else. You showed us how to flip someone off without flipping them off. You need to make money off of this. That everyone is using your image for. That's one thing too. It's like I see so many memes. My dog when I fake throw the tennis ball. Jesus to Judas when he asked who's going to betray him. Yeah, bring Jesus into this, please. Dads when anyone touches the thermostat. Sophie Cunningham seeing her meme all over the internet. I can't imagine having that much press around me and then seeing memes with my face all over. It's just a lot. Give me some more of that and maybe I'll start watching. I think that's why this has been in the media so much, because it gives the WNBA a little spotlight. That's what people want. They want it to be more entertaining. This is just where my head goes. As far as like Caitlin Clark, this white girl coming into the league, and now everything like being about race. I think things were about, I don't know, were things about race before in the WNBA? It's just been like elevated, but it makes things more entertaining. Her and Angel Reese coming in, black and white, racial divisions, and it's like, this is more entertaining. So people will start watching because there's that tug of war. So this girl's a rage baiting legend right now. Oh, I want to be a legend for rage baiting. Yeah, that's how I want to live. Guys, let's lift our aspirations. Let's rise above, okay? Let's not watch somebody who does something in a basketball game in an enclosed environment in their career. Let's stop using that as something to aspire to or something to follow along with. We don't need more people pointing at others for 22 seconds to rage bait. We don't need more petty people. We don't need any of that, okay? We're not in one big basketball game. We're in a thing called life. I will say, the last thing I'll say, because, like I said, I'll say all night, and I said, okay, is that I haven't gone live in a couple weeks because it's like, what the fuck do I talk about? What am I interested in talking about that's going on in the world right now? And it's like, I've already talked about it, okay, Bill Gates, ticks, global warming, weather modification, it's all been said, it's all been done, and all this stuff right now, this entertainment is all this fresh new stuff that people are like, oh, the pointing finger thing, oh, these sports, oh, the World Cup, oh, all of these things. It's like, I don't care about the new shiny thing. I don't care about the new shiny meme, the new shiny fucking pointing finger thing. I don't care. So it's like, what the hell do I talk about? And then I look at these things more into it, and I'm more convinced that all of these new shiny things are not as, they're not gold. They're not light, okay? They're not pure, right? There are other intentions. There are intentions why this altercation between Sophie and Bonner is out there. You got a white and black. You got the WNBA being entertaining. The media will only push this entertainment, or only push coverage of the WNBA if the WNBA gives something back that it needs. If we're going to give more coverage to the WNBA, then we need to make the WNBA more entertaining and maybe show the rage baity stuff. Maybe show the racial division, which is just a white person and a black person playing basketball together and being competitors. There's always, I think, an intention behind these things. And the players may get their money and they may get their play and they may get theirs, okay? But the people up top, they know what it is. And it's just entertainment to keep us distracted, to keep us divided, to keep us going to a place where these athletes are aspirational leaders. Who are our leaders anymore? Do we have any? And what I see is we have leaders in our own communities. We stop watching all of this entertainment, or at least watch it with an observable eye and not one that gets so enmeshed into it and into that energy. If you can watch it objectively and be entertained, okay. That's what I try to do when I watch like football. But I also love the vibe of football. Like, give me like a pumpkin beer and give me, you know, some queso and chips. You know, I just like the whole vibe of it. And yes, I'm human. I'm enmeshed in that in a way. But the idea that these people are heroes or people that we look up to, who are our heroes? Who are our leaders anymore? It's not musicians. It's not, you know, it's not the people in the music industry. It's not actors. Sometimes, yes. But it's not this entertainment. Like, we are seeing people who are performers. We're not seeing real people. There's so many people now who put these masks on to be petty. And it's like, that's not who you actually are. For Cunningham, I don't think that's not who she actually is. She's not going to do that pointy finger thing outside of the basketball court. That's just my assumption. But people take these performances and these performers and these actors, and I say actors in like they're performers, they take that and they're like, this is who I am. And what good does that do anybody? I think who we are is how we treat other people, and our relationship with ourselves and our higher power, and our relationship with morality and values. I think that says a lot more about us than how petty we can be or how good of a rage baiter we can be. Just like, we aren't doing ourselves any favors by following in those footsteps. Just my thoughts. Okay, that's my take. What do you guys think?